Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Fitra Hadi Sturdy from Group 1. Now I will discuss about uh, some study cases from Tier A until Tier C. And also there is some information about uh, Article 21 reference, the newest reference. And first one, I will explain about study case of Tier A. And there is like label named Fahri, and his status is Tikeno, which means he's not married yet, he's single, and he has no people that depend on him. So, and based on the reference, Tikeno will get non-taxable income of 54 million rupiah and included in the A category. And as you can see, he is single and has no dependents, and he has monthly salary of 6 million rupiah. And from January to December, and he also has to pay the premi, which is the JKK and Jaminan Kecelakaan Kerja, and JKM, Jaminan Kematian Premi, which is 2% and 2%. So 2% from the salary is 120,000. So the annual premium is 1,440,000 between this premium paid by the company. And also he has to pay the pension fund premium with the rate of 0.5% times with his monthly salary, which is 6 million. So he will get he has to pay 30,000 rupiah monthly for his pension fund, and also for all age premium insurance, 1% from his salary, which is 60,000 rupiah. So he has to pay annual premium of pension funds 360,000, and all age premium is 720,000. And he also has like revenue, gross revenue, annual gross revenue, monthly gross revenue of 6,240,000. So he has annual gross revenue of 74,880,000 rupiah, and he will get the monthly tax rate of 0.75 because his monthly gross revenue is 6,240,000. You can see it from this category, from 5,950,000 to 6,300,000 is 0.75. And for Fahri, his monthly salary, his gross revenue, monthly gross revenue is 6,240,000, below 6,300,000. So he will get a monthly tax rate of 0.75%. So he has to pay monthly income tax of 46,800 rupiah per month, and will get the money take home is 5,863,200 rupiah, and we will go to the calculation. His, as you can see that Fahri's annual gross revenue is 74,880,000, while from this, and then he also has some expenses such as processing fee, and pension fund and old age fund. The pension fee is 5% from his annual gross revenue, so 303 million. So 5% times with his annual gross revenue will get 3,744,000 rupiah, and he has to pay annual pension fund of 360,000 rupiah, and he also has to pay old age premium insurance of 720,000 rupiah. So his expenses, his total expenses are 4,824,000 rupiah. So we have to minus the annual gross revenue with the expenses. 74,880,000 rupiah minus 4,824,000 rupiah. So he has annual net income of 70,056,000 rupiah. And because he is single, he's not married yet, and he has no dependent people that depend on him yet, the non-taxable income will be 54 million rupiah based on the rule. You can see here. So we have to minus the annual net income, which is 70,056,000, with the non-taxable income, which is 54 million. So the taxable income, the annual taxable income is 16,056,000 rupiah. And because 16,056,000 rupiah is included, is in the range of 0 to 60 million rupiah from the law, will get tax of 5%. So 5% times 16,056,000 rupiah is 802,800 rupiah. So he has to pay annual income tax of 802 and 800 rupiah. And from the table, we can see that he usually pay 46,800 rupiah per month. And until November, he has already paid 514,800 rupiah. So he has to pay in November, in December is 288,000 rupiah. So this is the rest of the money that Fahri has to pay on December to, because his annual tax is 802,000 rupiah to fulfill this one. And we go to the B, and for the B we have Adi, and his status is K2, which means he is married and has 2 people dependents on him. So K2 will be included in the B category, and he will get non-taxable income of 67,500,000. And his monthly salary is 9 million rupiah. So his annual salary is 108. It is not the total. And he also pay like GKK premium, jaminan kematian, monthly 2%, 180,000, 2% from his salary, and also jaminan kematian also similar 2%, 180,000 also. So he had to pay annual GKK and GKM of 2,160,000. He also has to pay pension fund with the rate of 0.5% times his monthly salary. So he has to pay 45,000 rupiah a month for pension fund, which is 540,000. rupiah per year. And for his GHT, all age premium 1%. So from his salary 90,000. So he has to pay annual GST of 1,080,000. And he also has like gross revenue, monthly gross revenue of 9,360,000. So his gross revenue in a year is 112,320,000, and the tax rate is 1.50%, 1.5%, because we can see from the reference for B category, his monthly salary is 9,360,000. So it is in the range of 10,200,000 and 10,750,000, in the range of these two. So he will get the monthly tax rate of 1.5%. Or 1.5% times with 9,360,000 is 140,400 rupiah. So he has to pay monthly income tax of 140,400 rupiah, and he will take the money, which is 8,724,600 rupiah. So he'll get 104,500,800 rupiah per year. And we go to the calculation. As you can see that his annual gross revenue is 112,320,000 rupiah. He also has some expenses, which is position fee, pension fund, and old age pension. So from position fee is 5% based on the rule from Ministry of Finance. So 5% times with 112,000, 120,000 rupiah is 5,616,000. While the annual pension fund, you can see from the table, is 140,000, and the old age pension is 1,080,000. So his annual expenses are 7,236,000. So we have to minus 112,320,000 with 7,236,000. He will get his annual net income of 105,084,000. And because he's K2, so his non-taxable income would be 67,500,000. Can see from here, because he's K2, 67,400,000. So we have to minus his annual net income 105,084,000 minus 67,500,000. So he will get taxable income of 37,584,000 rupiah. And because 37,584,000 is included in the 0 to 60 million range, so he will get taxed by 5%. So his annual income tax is 1,879,200 rupiah. And until November, he already paid for 1,544,400 rupiah from this one. Usually he pay 140,400 rupiah per month, and until November, that money, the total is 1,544,000 rupiah. So in November, he has to pay 334,800 rupiah for his monthly income tax. That's for the second study case. And the third study case, his name is also Adi, and he is K3, which means he's married and has 3 people dependent on him. And in this case, he has a monthly salary of 14 million rupiah. And then he also has to pay GKK premium 2% from his salary, which is 280,000, and also GKM premium, jaminan kematian 2%, which is 280,000. So he has to pay for GKK 3,360,000 and also for GKM 3,360,000. And he also has to pay the pension fund rate of 0.5% from his monthly salary, 14 million. So he has to pay 70,000 per month. Or he has to pay 840,000 for pension fund per year. And he has to pay old age pension, which is the rate of 1% from his salary. So he has to pay 140,000 from this 1% per month, or 1,680,000. And because of that, he has his monthly gross revenue of 14,560,000, or the annual gross revenue of 174,720,000. And he's included in the monthly tax rate of 5%. So his monthly monthly gross revenue is 14,560,000. He's in the C category, 14 million, because his monthly gross revenue is in the range of 14,150,000 and 15,550,000. So he'll get a monthly tax rate of 5%, like this one. So 5% times his monthly gross revenue, 14,560,000. So his monthly income tax is 728,000, and he'll take his monthly money of 13 million rupiah and 62,000. They go to the calculation. So because his annual gross revenue is 174,720,000, like this one from the table, he has to pay some expenses before get the annual net income. Some expenses are pension fee, pension fund, and old age fund. And we have to times 5% of his annual gross revenue. But from the regulation of Ministry of Finance, the maximum payment of pension fee is 6 million, while for his annual pension fund is 140,000, and GHT is 1,860,000. So he has annual expenses of 8,520,000. We have to minus it with the gross revenue. So he will get annual net income of 166,200,000. So because he is included in the K3, he is married and has 3 people dependent on him. So he'll get non-taxable income of 72 million rupiah from this one. 72 million rupiah. So we have to minus the annual net income with the non-taxable income. So his annual taxable income is 94,200,000. So because his annual taxable income is 24,200,000. It is higher in the range of 0 to 60 million. So we have the first one, we have to calculate the tax with 5% until 60. So 60 million rupiah times 5% is 3 million rupiah. And because his annual tax income is 94 million, there is like 34 million left. 34,200,000 times by 15%. So the tax is 5 million and 132,000. So we have to total the tax, which is 3 million and 5,130,000. So his annual tax will be 8,133,000. 130,000. 8,130,000. And until November, he already pay 8,008,000 because usually he pay 728,000 monthly. And because he already paid in November is 8,008,000, so he only has to pay in December 122,000 money to fulfill his annual income tax of 8,130,000. I think that's it from me. I'm so sorry if there is mistake, and I hope you understand about all of the term and things that I already explained. I am Fitrah Dirastardi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.